I'm Laura with Chocolate to Chocolate Designs. Say hi when you jump on. Hit that heart button for me. Let me know that you are here and that you are watching. And in just a second, I will have a keyword for you to type in to grab that supply list for all the things that we're using tonight. Sit back, relax. Let's talk a little bit about this weekend. I want to know what happened with you guys. I'll give you guys a little bit of the scoop on what's going on in my world and what my kids and I did today. So, y'all, the keyword for tonight is trees with an S, T-R-E-E-S. Type trees in the comments for me. Oh my gosh, there's all my friends. I love it when you guys have jumped on so fast. I just love it. Y'all, I have been killing fruit flies in this room all day, and it's driving me insane. I don't know where they're coming from. This is my craft space. This is not even a place where there's food. Why are they in here? I don't get it. Hi, Wendy. Hello, Lise. Hey, Elizabeth. Hi, Misty. Hi, Maxine and Lisa Marie. Hello, Maxine. Hi, Dottie. Hi, Wendy. Hello, everybody. Hey, Leanne. Hello to all my friends. You guys are awesome jumping on with me. So, y'all, we have a new tree that comes out almost every single year here. We've had them that were just triangular wood blocks. Last year, you can see we had these ones here that were the round, like, I don't even know, round shape ones. And this year, we have got these ones here that are a 3D dimensional tree. Every year, we have a new tree. We're going to do our trees tonight because I think these are going to look amazing. Hey, Pam. Hey, Corey. Hello, Linda and Dale. Hello, Elizabeth and Erlene. Hello, Rachel. Hi, Kathleen. How is everybody tonight? Hi, Ray. Hi, Debbie. All right, so let's open this up and take a look at this dimensional tree thing. We're going to do these tonight because there's a few things I think that you want to know ahead of time. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer Jones. I went to high school with a Jennifer Jones. Or, I'm sorry, elementary school with a Jennifer Jones. Hi, Mary Jo. Hello, Carol. Hi, Misty. Hello, everybody. All right, so this actually comes with 4 pieces in here, but it makes 2 trees, okay? So, hi, Jan. Hi, Mary. Hello, Missy. This one right here is your smaller tree. They're going to line up in size, and they just go together just like this. Each one has got a little slit in there, and you're just going to line up your slits and drop them together. Oops, I missed. And then they become these cute little 3-dimensional trees, and you've got 2 different sizes in these, okay? So we're going to do these to match, but we're also going to do these to contrast, okay? Hi, Christine. Hello, everybody. We are going to have to wash our transfer at least once today, but y'all, let's paint them up first, okay? So you can use as many colors as you want with these. I have chosen 2. Hello, Bonda. And as I'm looking around my craft room, I'm like, ooh, what else can I add to these? Hi, Jania. How are you doing? Hello, everybody. Sorry if I missed your name. So we're going to take our 2 smaller ones, and they're not small by any means. They really, really aren't. Oh, let's do them like that. That's probably perfect to stay on my paper. And I'm going to start off with, well, green. Green, you guys. Ivy green is our new green for this year, and it's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous green. I'm not mixing it, but I am going to add some of this to a color tray instead of pulling it straight out with a paintbrush, okay? Because we're not going to paint this. So we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to add some green here. Right there on that. And then we're going to add some water to this. Just to get it a little bit watered down, a little bit more of a painting consistency, less like the paste that you're used to. Oh, thank you, Darlene. So you guys, I took my kids today to the museum and then to the planetarium, and they were super excited to go. I found out, you guys, I honestly did not know that if you're a resident in our county, you get to go to the museum for free. So my kids and I headed out to the museum when I found that out today. It's like a hands-on big exhibit museum. It's ginormous in there. Got to see some old classic cars and a whole bunch of stuff. And then headed over to the planetarium And the show at the planetarium was horrible. Horrible. I'm always used to light shows and all this stars and skies and all this stuff. No, it was a story about a mouse at the planetarium. And it was not good. So now the kids want to go back for a good show. Bought some of those at the thrift store last year. Very vintage. Some of these, I don't think mine are going to be quite so vintage as you would think. Yeah, the kids were very, very, very excited to go. So I'm taking a baby wipe today, and I'm going to go ahead and just squeeze out as much of the moisture out of that as possible. And we're going to stain these with the green. Just by adding some to a baby wipe. Just like so, you guys. Hi, Pam. And we're going to wipe this on. I don't want this to be, I don't want it to look like it's been painted. I want it to look like it's been stained with the green color. And this is a fantastic and easy way to make that happen. Then you don't have any brush strokes in here. Hello, hello. So I really just wanted some time with my kids out of the house today. And we had a good time. They had a little coffee shop right there. Sat down and got some fruit smoothies and some ice creams and some muffins. No, Ruth, he did not. That's a story for another time. Was he supposed to? Yes. Did he? No. But we made the best of it. You live close to them? You live close to the Longway Planetarium? We did have a lot of fun though. We saw the classic cars. We got to do, oh my gosh, bubble stuff and water stuff. Whole bunch of stuff. Hello, Loretta. Aloha, Donna. You had to ask, didn't you, Ruth? You're going to get me all fired up tonight. Yeah. 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 All right. But we still went, my kids and I had a good time. And I got to show you guys the toy that Evan picked out because I let them get a souvenir at the planetarium. Danielle, he was supposed to, but he didn't show up. So, there's that. Oh, okay. All right, so we're just going to dry this up, and it should dry really well so you don't have all of those streaks and things going on in here, and you still have that gorgeous green color. And you can do this with any color that we've got, or any paint for that matter. Even if you don't want to use the chalk paste, you could do this with any paint. Kind of, yeah, Ruth. I'd say more, but he's in the next room, and I don't want him to, I don't want to cause a fight, you guys. I just don't. I'm disappointed, and I've kept my mouth shut. Yeah. All right, so there's the first one done in green on one side. We do need to flip this over, and we got to do both sides, but let's go ahead and get this other one done. But let me first show you guys the the toy that Evan picked out. At the museum, I got to move my paste out of this paste out of the way though. At the museum, this is what he wanted. This is what he wanted, and he thought that this was a finger trap. You guys know those Chinese finger traps? It is, in fact, not a finger trap. The thing is that you can't hold on to it, and it just keeps going. Like, as soon as you try, then your hand slips right out of it, because it turns itself inside out, And it's so much fun. And I was like, buddy, can I borrow that? Because that's cool. I thought you guys were going to kick out of it. Hi, Becky. You're right, Connie, but I still make them. Oh, do you guys love that? Allie got a mood ring. Allie got a mood ring. And she put it on. And it turned purple. And then she looked at the thing and to figure out what purple meant. And you guys, purple meant that she was feeling romantic. My 10-year-old was feeling romantic. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Right, Misty? That thing really is a stress reliever. Trees is the keyword. All right, here we go. This is the second one on the front side. I can probably do this one a little bit faster than I did the last one. I kind of loaded up this thing. Isn't that fun, though? Now I want to go back and get one for myself. Oh, man. Right, Ruth? She's like, what does that even mean, I'm feeling romantic? It is like a jelly slinky. And it's so cool. And at first I'm like, really, bud? That's what you want? Like this Chinese water, like finger trap thing? And then we took it out of the package and it slipped right out of my hands. And I'm like, whoa! This is super cool. Good choice, buddy. Good choice. He wanted to stay up late so he could show it to you guys, but I wouldn't let him. Oh, definitely, Tracy. Definitely. All right, we got to dry up each side of this and then turn them over. With these trees, you do need to do both sides because of how they sit. You want that all to be covered. So I'm going to give this a quick little dry here. And then I think we're going to move on to our, well, let's just move this on with this. Yeah, making memories. That's what I try to do, you guys. Just making memories with the kids. That show at the planetarium, though, it was awful. Had, like, nothing to do with space. Did you try on the what? I know, right? No, I mean, the mood ring? Oh, I did. What did it say? That I was bright green. I don't remember what it said for me, though. I just remember that I was bright green. The word is trees. This is ivy green. Ivy green. It said I was feeling like calm or something. And I'm like, really? Right now? No. I was not feeling calm at that point in time. Not at all. I was upset. But it happens, you guys. All right. We got to get the other side done. I did have to mix some more paste to do this. And these are the bigger of the two that I'm doing in the green. And like I said, this to me is just the easiest way to paint. You get a really, really consistent coloring with it. Is Ivy? Yeah. It's in stock right now. Yeah, bright green. That's pretty much out. That would have been an accurate mood ring description. But no, it said something like calm. No. I think you're right, Ruth, because they're made for kids. The adult one would not have said the same thing. Not at all. If looks could kill you guys. You just finished your fourth. Oh my gosh, Carol, that's a lot. Hi, Holly. All right, let's get this one dried up real quick. Now we've done both sides of it, which is what we needed to do. And our paste does dry really, really fast. Because you got these. Okay, good. Good. I think you're going to like this, what I do with it. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want to embellish these, but I do have a couple of ideas. I just don't know how much I love my ideas at the moment. All right. I'm not fully drying this just so I can move over to the other one. We still have a lot of painting to do between the two. We'll just set that one there and let it air dry for a second. Oh my gosh, Kim. Oh my, yeah, go to bed, girl. That's a lot of projects done this weekend. That's a whole lot. I got a lot done yesterday. And then today my teamies and I had a meeting. They got the full story, the unfiltered. They know what's going on. Yeah, it would have been. It would have been. Got home, fed my kids some leftovers, because goodness gracious, we got to eat up that stuff that's in the fridge. And then came in here for my meeting. Misty, that's exactly the one that we're doing tonight, just so you know. Exactly the one we're doing tonight with this. Because I love how it looks. I've seen a couple of other designers do it, just not in the color palette that I'm going to do. But yes. That is the one. That is what we're doing. I'm going to leave that out. All right, a little bit dry on this one. And then we're going to move on and we're going to do the other two. And we're going to invert the colors so that these ones are green. Hi, Teresa. These ones are going to be green painted. The other ones are going to be gold painted, you guys. Green and gold are two colors that go phenomenally well around the holidays. And they're trees, so green. I agree, Mary Jo, but the mistletoe is gone. Oh, Ruth, I did forget how to cook, and I forgot how to warm things up for anybody other than myself over the age of 12 in this house. Momentarily. Of course. All right. Nominee. We're going to use Nominee as our other color. And apparently I had to grab a brand new one. The trees are from my site. Type in trees. And you'll find them on there. They're located on the site right now. Now, with this one right here, the Nominee, I am actually not going to water this one down. Just because this is a metallic, and so it's already really super thin, and the water from the wipes alone is going to make this thin enough for what we need it for. Let's see if I can scrape a little bit of this off, though I don't hate to waste that. There we go. All right. The trees are on the site. Type in the word trees to grab these trees, you guys. So nominee for these ones. Hopefully this will do just as well in painting with the wet wipe. If not, then we might have to use a brush. But the ivy green is matte. It's a matte finish. The gold that I'm using is a metallic. So there's a little bit of difference in them as far as how they paint and how they go on, okay? This is going to work just fine. Just fine. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. And it's just kind of blending in with that color of that wood a little bit too. I like it a lot. So fast and so easy to just paint with a wet wipe. Oh, I think I might have too much. Start on this one. And we're essentially just staining them with these colors, okay? Super, super cute. Fast and easy. But I still put my gold and my green in the color trays because you guys don't want the chemicals from your wet wipes getting into your jars when you dip in. So if you're going to use a wet wipe, I highly recommend that you pull your paste out and that you don't put it back in your jar. Just discard anything that's extra, okay? Oh, those are gorgeous. I love that color. Thank you, Bunny. Hi, Mary. All right, we're going to dry these up, and then we're going to get these flipped right over and do the other side, okay? It's hard to tell when they're dry sometimes. Look how pretty that nominee is, though. I think I missed a spot. No, I didn't. I couldn't tell. All right, flip. Husband's weekend to act silly. Mine did too. I just kept busy crafting and watching TMZ. Gotta love them. Most days. They use water wipes, but they're so much more money than other wipes. You use them sparingly because you're cheap. I should probably grab some water wipes. If you're using those, it's probably just fine to put your paste back in your jar. Or if you don't want to use a wet wipe, spritz a little bit of water on a paper towel and do that instead. I've just always got these wipies in here. Always, always. All right, there's one and the other, and it's getting all over my hands. Hi, Tanya. Hello, Nancy. So next weekend, my kids are going with Grandma. Kids are leaving, and I got a bunch of stuff on my list to get done while they're gone, but we'll see how much I actually get finished and what I prioritize. Evan's birthday party weekend is coming up here in about a month, and we usually do a big backyard Halloween party in the party back there where people bring their campers and camp out and do all those things. Baby wipes, I would still not put it back in there because chemicals in baby wipes. So we have this big Halloween bash that we do. People bring out their campers, stay for the entire weekend. We do trick-or-treating in the backyard. Lots of fun stuff. And I got to try to start getting set up for that. And it's a lot of work to get set up for that. So yes, you guys, we do Halloween here. I know not everybody does. I have an October kid who likes all things creepy and scary and all that stuff. He's a boy. He's a typical boy. Watching me makes you want to go start a project. I love that. He is October 17th. That's his birthday, October 17th. He'll be 8 this year. But we're throwing his party on the 12th just because in October in Michigan, the weather is very unpredictable. Now, I didn't do this party last year. Honestly, I needed a break. And so I didn't throw the party. Did you see the white tree? I did see the white trees and they were gorgeous. Yes. And so the last year that we did Halloween out here in our backyard, it rained and it rained and it rained and it was a muddy mess out there. Huge, muddy, disgusting mess in the backyard. And everybody had mud boots on and the kids were slipping all over the place. All my tables were caked in mud. Everything was caked in mud. And so it just became not so much fun for me. And so I like the earlier I can do it in October, the better, but I still need the time to get everything put together for it. So we'll just see how well I can do this year. All right, you guys, I have to take these off my paper now. The paper, if that sticks to the back of your transfer, it's going to stick well. Your youngest is the 30th of October, so you know all about having a baby who's born around Halloween. Grandson is the 18th, but he's a lot older. So Evan actually has a cousin who was born 3 days after him. 3 days later. My sister-in-law and I were pregnant at the same time, like our entire pregnancies. All right, so here it is, you guys. This is our damask pattern. So stinking gorgeous. I love this one especially for these trees, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do these gold ones first, just because they're right here. Whoops. It's a really fun party. We do decorations in the woods, and yeah, they're scary ones, you guys, because, I mean, they're kids. We do have some friends who do not do Halloween, but they still come, and they just don't let the kids do the hayride. You think that pattern makes it look like velvet? Oh, I love that. Oh, man. I wonder if there's a way that you can make our paste look velvety. I don't know. I should look into that. See what I can come up with. All right. We're going to give this a good fuzz. If you're new to my page, these are reusable silkscreen transfers with chalk paste and ink. So they're awesome because they're sticky on the backside. You give it a little bit of fuzz just to release some of that stickiness on there. Oh my. And, oh yes, Joanne, you're right. And then you can wash them and reuse them over and over and over again. I'll show that here in just a little bit. But since we painted these, Ruth is so right. We do, or Joanne is right. We do need to put some wax on here first before we put our transfer down, because that's going to protect this paint that we've got on here from pulling up with the adhesive on the back of our transfer. I'm doing good, Linda. Daughter was supposed to be born on the 35th, but she came 3 weeks early. That's early. Twins are on the 15th. My mother and my mother-in-law are both on the 12th, and that's going to be the day of his party. So I don't know. I'll have to talk to Eileen and see if she can come down for his party or not, if she would want to. And then all of our friends who bring their campers, we installed in our front yard, you guys, a pooper clean out. We have a pooper clean out in our front yard, so that on their way out of our party, which is usually the last camping trip of the year, they can dump their tanks before they head out, and then winterize as soon as they get home and they're done. And then they don't have to look for another campsite to go to, or any like waste station in order to dump. You're the 12th too, Loretta? Evan's due date was the 12th. He came 5 days late on the 17th. Longest 5 days of my life. He wanted his own birthday. All right, I'm doing both sides of each of these just to save a little bit of time. Granddaughter was born on Friday the 13th. Ooh! Does she like all things spooky, Valerie? Or does she not like things that are spooky? Is that kind of enforced in her face her whole life? All right, and then we're going to buff this wax so that it's not too waxy, because then your transfer won't stick. So you guys, just like what you do on your car, you don't lightly rub wax. You rub wax off your car and you try to get it all off. That's the exact same thing that you're doing with our surface wax. You wax on and then you try to get it all off. She does. Okay, gonna be 39 again for them. Enough of the wax is going to stick to your surface to prevent it, to protect the paint and prevent your transfer from oversticking to it. Okay, so just give it a good buff, and I mean a good one. Well, this was due on April Fool's Day. 12 days later, she arrived. April Fool's Day is not the day to be due. It was a long 12 days. Oh my gosh, I bet it was. Hi, Deb. Today's your oldest granddaughter's 18th birthday. Oh my gosh, well, happy birthday to her. All right, now we're going to go with our damask pattern. And I'm going to lay this down right on this tree. Now, the thing is, it doesn't go all the way. So we're going to have to pick it up, and we're going to have to move it up. Okay? And I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a trick as we do this with these trees, because I just figured it out in my head just a second ago. Will it work? We're going to do it anyway. We're going to do it anyway. Here's what I'm going to do. You guys, why does yours always bleed then? What always bleeds, Linda? Tell me what always bleeds. I'm going to take this one right here, and I'm going to put it in here the opposite way. Because I do believe, and I am right, that you can get both of these in the transfer at the same time, okay? It doesn't fit the entire thing, but this is going to save you some time. It's going to save you some time. So press that down really, really well. And then we're going to grab one of our squeegees, okay? One of these are our squeegees. This is what we put our paste on with. And I'm not going to use the stuff that was watered down. We're going to use the stuff out of the jar or out of the cap. And here's what we're going to do. You guys, we're going to hold this very, very lightly. And we're not trying to press the paste through the silk screen. If you do that, you can cause air bubbles and you're going to make it bleed out from underneath. Your goal is just to put the paste on here and glide it over top of the silk screen. Linda, send me a text message tomorrow and we can get on a FaceTime call and I can kind of troubleshoot with you, okay? So you're just going to very, very gently just pull the paste across the silk screen and let it fall into place. No pressure, just pulling it. Okay, you're not trying to push it down through. Glide that squeegee right across the top. Let it fall into place, and it will if your paste is the right consistency. It'll just fall right in there. All right, we got to pull this one up real quick. Maybe that's what you're doing wrong. You're pushing down. Don't push down. Don't push down. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh my goodness. So I pulled this one up before I moved to the other one just so that this didn't start to dry in the silk screen. Y'all, look how gorgeous that is. And then I can clean my desk a little bit later. All right, Linda, I get it. Oh, you work tomorrow and then a volleyball game. Whenever you get a chance, just send me a message and we'll jump on a chat, okay? It's hard to troubleshoot. It's easier to troubleshoot, I should say, if we can jump on a face chat and I can actually watch what you're doing and see what while you're doing it, what happened. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, let's get more of that ivy. So pretty. And again, just letting it fall in there and then squeegeeing off any extra. No pressure, you guys. No pressure. Pressure causes the bleeds. And then just come back with your squeegee, glide back over it across again with it going straight up and down. Then I just remembered I was supposed to message you this morning to remind you that you had to get more. Oh, that's right. And I didn't go too, that Waverly stuff. I thought about it as we were leaving the museum, but then I was like, you know what? I just don't want to, I don't want to stop. And there we go. Now we've got our second one here, okay? Oh, so pretty. I'm just going to put this right on my desk for a second. Carol, that's kind of what I figured was going to happen. You were kind of going in and out on that meeting today. Hazelnut, yeah. All right, let's get these all dried up before we try to put our transfer back down again to finish this pattern. If this is still wet, it is for sure going to pull up. This is ivy, and it dries darker than what it goes on there too. So you can see now that you guys, it's quite a bit darker than it was when we first put it on. Oops. Look how pretty that is. Gold and ivy together. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous colors. All right, so now I'm going to grab my same transfer out again. And this time, we're going to practically do the same thing. Okay, but we're going to line it back up so that the pattern starts again at the top. So this one right here ended right there. It sure did. No, don't go sideways. Oh, for goodness sakes. Right there, and now I can finish up this piece real quick. And then I'll line the other one up and finish that one up. So I didn't even wash my transfer. And you guys, look at how gorgeous that is. It totally matched back up. I think I made an eyeball with it. Was it supposed to have an eyeball? I don't know, but it looks good, and it looks like it went together. It fit. Oh, I did it upside down. Oh, wow. Still looks great. Let's see if this side goes together better. I don't know. Where's the eyeball at? Where's the eyeball? I'm at a loss right now, you guys. Oh, I see. It's not supposed to be an eyeball. Now I see what it's supposed to be. It just looked like an eyeball right then at that second. No, because that doesn't make any sense now. Well, you guys, the eyeball made more sense to me. So we're just going to do it this way. and make the top kind of just invert from what it was before and go for it. Because why not? I know I did it upside down, and I think I don't know. As long as it matches up, that's all that matters. It matches up in one way, shape, or form. You'll never know. You'll never know, because even though it's like not right, it's perfect. And that's all that matters. Because they lined up. All right. I have a big, huge mess here now. All of this green all over my mat that I don't want to have on the back side of my trees. And I think I do have a little bit on the back side of my trees. So there, you can definitely see, but they go together. So that's all that matters. It's inverted right there at the top instead of finishing the pattern. But because they match up, you can't really know the difference. You can't tell. We'll see if I do better on the other side. Actually, you guys, I think I'm going to finish the other side of these tomorrow. And we're just going to do the green ones right now. Because when I put them together, you're going to see all but the back side. And that way we can, that way you can see the entire thing and I can clean my transfer. But we'll put this right together right now. And you guys can see that from this angle, but if you don't do the back sides, then you're going to have some sections that are not finished, okay? But super cute on that green tree. And I will finish this. It's just a matter of timing, you guys, and how many times I should clean this transfer, okay? Super cute, though. All right, let's set this one aside or somewhere or something. Right there is good. All right, now we got to clean the transfer before we can do the other ones. And the other ones are bigger. We've already used our green. We can get rid of our green color now. We're done with that one. I just put the brand new lid for you guys. That was my nominee lid. Oh my goodness. All right. Here we go. Here we go. To clean our transfers, all you've got to do, very simple. We're going to spray this down with some water. Take it to your sink if you can take it to your sink, okay? That's the much easier way to do this. For me personally, y'all, this is not recommended by the company, but this is what I do. I also spray mine down with Dawn Power Wash. I do it every time. I always put Dawn Power Wash on it. I feel like it makes them cleaner and gets rid of all that ghosting. And you can either do what I do, or you can do it your own way. It's completely up to you. I've never had any problems with my transfers, but like I said, it's not recommended by the company that you spray it with Dawn Power Wash. All right, and then we're gonna do just one of these wet wipes to get as much of that green off the front as possible. Then come back in, oh, that got glitter all over that. And come back in with your board eraser, and we're going to do this again. This is going to get all the rest of that paste out of the silk screen on this side and really clean up that transfer. And we used it twice, so in some spots it might be a little bit thick. All right, so this side looks to me like it's done. Now we're going to flip this over, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to spray it with water. This is the sticky side, you guys. I do spray my sticky side. In case you're wondering. Again with a wet wipe, and then again with the board eraser, okay? This is what I would do at my table if you're at your sink. Just use your board eraser. You don't need the wet wipes. A chalker's, I think so too. I think the Dawn Power Wash is a chalker's best friend. My transfers have never been cleaner since I started using Dawn Power Wash. Never been cleaner. Now, obviously, they get cleaner at my sink than they do at my craft table because I can really check them and rinse away all of that extra color that's coming off of them. But after you do that, you're just going to hold this right up to the light and check to make sure that all of your silk screen is clean. As long as your silk screen is clean, then you're good to go. I do too, Christine. I do too. I use it on everything. Everything. All right, and it's clean, you guys. This is clean now. So I'm just going to grab my fuzzing cloth, and on the clean side of my fuzzing cloth, this is the cleaning side. Actually, it's not perfectly clean, you guys. It's not. I still see that green in there because I didn't wash it at my sink. There are still some areas of green in there. It's mostly clean though. Seriously, at your sink is the way to go. All right, next up, we're going to get our green ones. Yes, and some of them, they become so brand new looking that I actually had to write back on my transfers just so that I would, or not back, I had to write used on my transfers just to make sure that I remembered that I knew that one was used transfer. Now this one's bigger, so we're not going to be able to get both of them on here, but shoot, I didn't wax. I knew it immediately. I didn't wax these ones. It stains on clothes too. You guys, it's awesome stuff. I buy it in bulk at Sam's Club. And use it literally on everything. And I keep it right down here so that I can spray my transfers at my feet where you guys don't see it most of the time. All right, we'll buff that off of there. And I think I'm still going to be able to do... No, I won't, because it'll... Yeah, I will. I already did that, and then I just added more wax. What am I thinking? All right, so we're only going to do this side with the paint, but let's go ahead and wax both sides first anyhow, just so that they're done and I don't forget to do it later. And I got this thing set in some water. All right, you guys, here we go. We're going to do these ones the opposite way that we did the other ones. We're going to do this side first. Okay? So let's check it out and see how much we can get done on each. Hi, Jackie. I'm going to put that together just like that, knowing that I won't be able to get... I just waxed him, I did. Knowing that I won't be able to get the top of my tree when we do it the other way, right? So let's do it this way and get as much of it done as we possibly can in one swoop, okay? All right, again, grab your squeegee, pick up some nominee. We're going to just squeegee over the top of it. You're not pressing down. You're just pulling the paste through the transfer. Pressing down is what's going to give you bleeds and air bubbles, and you don't want that. So just glide it right across the top, let it fall into place. If you didn't get it all and it's not done, go back over it again until it is. We'll just add a little bit more. Until we've got it all covered, and then just go back through with your squeegee one more time, straight up and down, and you're just going to grab the rest of that paste that was on your squeegee, or that was on your board, and just pull that right back off so you can put it back in your jar. Why didn't I finish this off? I stopped at that slit that was in there, thinking I was done. But I so was not done. All right, here we go. Here we go, you guys. Let's check it out and see how the gold looks on the green. Oh, I think that that's beautiful. Oh, I love it. You guys, what do you think of that? Is that gorgeous? So pretty. And this leaves a metallic finish. Now I'm going to try to not move these. That way I can just put my transfer back on here once this is dry and line it back up, and it should line up pretty darn perfectly with all of this and not look like an eyeball. Because it looked like an eyeball on the last one. Thank you. All right, here we go. Let's try to line it back up again. And let's see what happens. Oh, I think I figured it out. Ooh. You guys, I don't know why. I think I moved a tree very slightly, but I think I moved a tree. So I'm going to move this one back over just a smidge to where it should be. And we're perfect right there. Oh my gosh. No. Perfect. Right there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Except, look at that, you guys. It goes off over here. Do you see how part of my board goes off over there? Okay, so that idea doesn't work perfectly, but you're still going to get the majority of it done. This one right here we're going to go ahead and do because we know that it's perfect. We're going to do all of it that we can because we've got it lined up. So that one's done. We can always reline this up with the side over here because it does transfer from side to side too. It does repeat in every direction. And so we are able to move it again to finish these edges. This is nominee. Hopefully, I get the entire thing covered. Oh, I have an air bubble. Oh no. All right, let's see what happens. I missed the edge. I did have a little bit of an air bubble there in that one. And it looks for some reason like my paste didn't go through as well this time around as it did last time. Let's see what happens when we dry it up and if that brightens up a little bit. But it's, oh yeah, it did. It worked. It looked lighter for some reason. Maybe it was just my light. I do too. I think that the nominee is a lot easier to use because it's a metallic. All right, so this one's done. And this one almost is. Hi, Chris. How are you doing? All right, let's see if we can continue this pattern one more time. Oh, this is going to be easy. This is going to be easy. Right there. Hi, Darcy. And why do I want to, I think there was a little bit of an edge over here too, wasn't there? That we missed. All right. There we have it, you guys. We finished our pattern. We finished it perfectly. Oh, Chris, I'd love to see it when you're done with it. Post it. Or send me a picture. I'd love to see it. I actually need to make a sunflower welcome sign for a friend of mine. I started it 2 months ago and never finished it. Because that's how it goes sometimes. I keep forgetting that it's out in my garage and I got to finish that up. All right. I'm not going to embellish these tonight. You guys, we've already been on for an hour. I need to finish the back side of these, which means that I do need to wash the transfer twice more to get this project done. But let's put these together and show you guys at least the beginning of this project. I will finish it tomorrow. I will post pictures of it. I'll embellish so you guys can see what I did. And I'll give you a list of all the things that I used. Oh no, Pam! That's not fun. All right, let's dry this up really well. And then I'm going to put this one together so you guys can see both of these trees side by side and see how these colors look together. inverted. And then I want you guys to tell me, do you like gold tree with green, or do you like green tree with gold? I want to know in the comments which way you prefer the color palette on here. Green tree with gold or gold tree with green. So there's the green tree with the gold. There's the gold tree with the green. Which one do you like better? I don't have that on all the way. I should probably turn that around. Look at how much that gold just shines on there, though. You like the green with the gold? I think that they're a great pair. Green with the gold. Oh, you guys can't even see it very well. Where's the good side? Oh, there's the good side right there. And that one's on the good side. There we go. Now you can see it really well. You like both? Look at those colors. Look at those colors. Oh my goodness. I think they're so stinking cute, but I do have to embellish them, and I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'll post a picture. You guys, it's 10:30. I would love to stay on with you guys and finish these tonight, but it could take a little while longer to finish both sides and then embellish, and my kids are back in school. So I gotta watch my time and how much sleep I get, so I'm not a grumpy old mom the next day. Okay, so thanks so much for watching, you guys. These trees are amazing. There are so many things that you can do with them. And they store flat, which is also great, because you guys know storage with Halloween or with Christmas stuff. Oh my goodness! If you guys don't have 15 bins like I do, then you must have purged your collection already. But things that store flat are fantastic. So I do absolutely love these. If you guys are not yet Perks members and you want to know how you can get 30% off on my website all day, every day, Perks membership is the way to go. You pay $20 a month. You get back $20 every month that you can spend on the site, and you get a 30% discount just for being a member. So absolutely fantastic. Any questions, comments, concerns, please send me a message, and I'll get back with you guys as quickly as I possibly can. Y'all are fantastic. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys back here again tomorrow night, okay? Bye, everybody. Have a good night.